Hello and welcome to Baluli Wildlife Cam. Most birds are still avoiding the pond, including Carl, unfortunately, so it's just the francolins at the moment. And the female bushbuck is back as well, although she only appeared once this week. They make this noise for several weeks during the breeding season, the impala males. Usually comes as a big surprise to people who've never heard them before, what they actually sound like. I think I mentioned last week that every time we have lions here these days, it's a new combination, and the trend continues. So these are two lionesses with 4 subadults. Now, last year in January, we had 4 tiny cubs and 4 slightly older ones at the waterhole, and I believe that these 4 subadults are the 4 older ones, 3 males and 1 female. They look well fed, and they hung around here for several hours with hyenas roaming around too, so I'm pretty sure they had a kill somewhere in the area. Now this lioness had spotted the new camera setup with the metal protector, and she was extremely suspicious. They are very observant, and they do notice little differences in the environment because the new camera setup is more camouflaged than it was, but it was enough to get her attention. They came back for a drink early the next morning before moving on. Shortly afterwards, a hyena came in to investigate. You can see I've sped up the footage. It's zipping back and forth in the background. This was at the same time the lions were up at the waterhole, so they were obviously all over the area trying to find what the lions had killed. On Sunday we went up to Mariepskop, which is on top of the Drakensberg nearby, but on the way there, about 10 kilometers down the road, we found this beautiful young male leopard right next to the main tar road. Very relaxed, not bothered by all the traffic going past. Mariepskop is the highest point on the northern Drakensberg, and you get great views of the Lowveld when it's clear. Allegedly you can see all the way to the Indian Ocean, but I'm not too sure about that. And you start off with regular bushveld, and it's amazing how quickly you go into here. You see some eucalyptus plantations, followed by rainforest, followed by mountain grassland. A lot of the mountainous areas in the northern part of South Africa have these mountain rainforests. So the moisture-bearing air hits the mountains, rises up, and then dumps a lot of rain, sometimes up to 2 meters of rain a year, which is why you end up with these beautiful rainforests. Hard to imagine this is about 50 kilometers from the very arid area where we live. And then you pop out of the rainforest and immediately find yourself on these rocky mountain tops with aloes and grassland, and that's the Blader River Canyon with the 3 rondavels on the left-hand side. Just about every second garden in South Africa has these aloes in them, so it's nice to see them in their natural habitat. And this is, I think, a spotted dwarf gecko, but I've never seen them before, so I'm not 100% sure. It's chasing an ant.
North of there, see?
There were some fires around, so it was very hazy. But the Kruger Park is sort of over there in the distance behind the haze. Here comes the one-armed female baboon still hanging in there. The elephant in the background isn't too happy with this porcupine and chases it away. The elephant did trumpet, but the camera doesn't really like high-pitched elephant trumpeting, so it didn't pick it up well. We had a cold front come through the country. It just brought us a little bit of drizzle and some cold weather, but nothing too serious. Jackals are such nervous creatures, highly strung. You very rarely see them relax. And the banded mongooses are back in the area. We've also had the slender mongoose at the waterhole a few times in the last week. There's a little bit of algae growing in the pond now, so the genet prefers the fresher water in the bird bath. Thanks for watching.